Good evening, everyone. Beth here with a new take and make craft project for us to do. Jenny has a cute craft for us. We did those Michigan keychains with the wet vinyl technique, which kind of blew my mind. Vinyl, adhesive, wet, but it worked. So we will never doubt Jenny again, will we? I know I sure won't. This one is a rope keychain. I like to have different keychains. I like to be able to have a key to give to my dog sitters when they have to come if we're on vacation, because I don't like to kennel my dogs. We have shelter dogs, so I don't like to put them in that stress, because for them it would be stress, but that's a whole other subject. But I do love to have a nice keychain. So I love to have extra keychains. So I was really excited about this, and we'll see if I can make it, because you know it has string and cord and tying things, and we know that I have struggled with this. So let me first unpack my craft bag. So there's a piece of tape on here. There's a whole bunch of embroidery floss, and I just love the colors again. This cute cording, a little clasp with a ring on it, and ever important, instructions. So it says, cut the rope to 13 inches. Guess what? Jenny did it. So that's all done. Fray the edges by gently pulling apart, and you want to fray about 2 inches. So let's get to fraying. And all I'm doing literally is pulling on them. Let me grab glasses so I can see a little better, because if I can see it, I can, oh, look, yes, I can probably fray it a little better. The problem is I can see this, I can't see there. To see what I'm doing, being in between distance and needing glasses for distance and glasses for reading and close work is such a pain. And we're gonna make sure we try and go the full 2 inches. I know that seems like not a lot until you start to try and fray this, and then it's kind of a lot. So here we go. I'm gonna keep that going. Not sure if it's quite 2 inches, so I'll do a few more pulls. I lost my ability to speak there for a moment. All right, that's not so bad. That looks about right. So let me go do this end. Hey, so far so good. So I can't tie knots, but I can unravel. So there we go, new skill. You're welcome. I love that we have such different stuff to do. It's like a little mystery every time I get these. What is Jenny gonna give me this time? Such a cool thing that we get to do and bring these home and take the time to do these. I've talked to a couple of you patrons that tell me that you like to save them up, and when it's inclement weather in Michigan, all this rain, you like to sit down and have a nice craft day. So I love that. Nothing makes me happier than being able to sit down and put stuff together and create and feel like I accomplished something. All right, so I frayed my ends. How are you guys doing? You about ready? Okay, the next thing is we're gonna peel this tape off. Maybe. Is mine gonna come? Oh no, please. Okay, here we go. It's sticky, really sticky. I know, tape, right? But stickier than I expected it to be. Let's see if I can get it. I'm just holding it down on the table. And I'm actually, that's a good idea. I'm actually gonna tip down and let you see the table, because where all the good stuff's gonna happen anyway. We don't need to look at my face. And I'm pulling on the bag because that tape does really want to peel the bag up with it. Oh, and I did a little tiny bit at the end, so I'm just gonna cut that off. I don't know as I need tape this long, but I do like that it's this wide because it gives me more opportunity to use those. So I'm gonna lay those down, and just above where I frayed, I taped. So I'm gonna fold this over, and I'm kind of squishing it together as it folds over. And I'm gonna, sorry, the tape is curling. I folded it over and then I'm going to roll it this way, keeping it as tight as I can. And you can just keep rolling it with this, or you can cut the tape off. It's not gonna make a bit of difference. I'm usually pretty lazy, so I'm gonna leave it on there. And it doesn't matter which side you decide is the back. I'm gonna go with the side where there's this little tape seam. I don't know if anyone else would ever notice it but me, but I sure notice it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Then I'm gonna lay out my floss to see what do I like the best. I think I'm gonna go the rose color, the green, the baby pink, and the navy blue. All right. So I'm gonna take my glue stick, get some at the top. Where's my seam? There it is. So I scraped off a little bunch of it there. There's just a little chunk. Start with my rose color. I'm gonna lay this down in that glue. Hold it with my finger, turn it over so I can see the top of the tape, and start wrapping it. And literally that's all you do. Wind it around and around and around, and you just keep going. And you can do as many colors as you want. As I'm looking at it and I'm seeing my coverage, I'm thinking I'm only gonna go with 3 of the colors that Jenny gave us. So as I decide to stop, the instructions say to tuck it up under. I had a little trouble with that, I'm not gonna lie. So what I am gonna do, I think, because I did try to make these on a dry run, what I'm gonna do is take a bobby pin. I happen to have like a little tiny nail there that I was using for a different project, and I thought, oh, that's small. Actually, right now, if you have an embroidery needle, this would be a great thing before I cut it. Loop it on there and tuck it up so that it comes out somewhere in here and it would form a knot. I don't have one. So I'm gonna use this little tiny nail to tuck some of this up in there. I actually need this smaller. And then I'm gonna use that same glue to glue it. So I'm just using this to poke it up under. Getting it up under those first couple strands, and then I'll show you if I do it well. Yeah, so you could use virtually anything. A paper clip, a small pin. I have this little baby-sized nail here. Whatever you needed to do to get it to go. And then the same thing. I'm gonna take a little glue stick and get a little chunk of glue, which you may or may not be able to see. You can kind of see it when I turn it, but it's so white it doesn't show up very well. So I have a little chunk of glue there. I'm gonna lay my floss right in that, press it down, pull it tight to the rose color, and I have a hold on the back with my thumb in the glue. So I'm holding that while I overlap and lay over it. So all of this embroidery floss on the back side is going into all of that glue. And then we're just gonna keep it going. And if you see that you're getting some gaps here, squish it back up. Just trying to see length. I like this, so it's a little shorter, and I'm gonna go a little longer with that light pink color. So again, I'm gonna cut it off. I should really invest in some sharp scissors. Notes to self. Take that little nail again and poke these threads. These are coming unwound, so that makes it a little bit of a challenge. But just gonna work them up under there. There you go. All right. My pale pink, which is getting all tangled in the green. It's a pretty combo too. Really nice colors again. I like how they all go together, but they're not super matchy-matchy. There's something so good about that. I like things that kind of all blend and you can put fun stuff with them. Okay, another last little blob or chunk of glue there. Oopsie, didn't get it in there. There we go, smushing it down with my thumb. And I'm just kind of wrapping around and over it. And then working the threads back on that floss. See, so anytime there's a gap like that, it's no big deal. Use your fingernail. I know mine aren't particularly long, but there's enough there, those little stubby nails, to push it around. And then just keep working on it. Oh, that last one got caught on that tape. So I'm gonna go around. Ta-da! Okay. Now for the hard part again. And I'm going to tuck it in and under. It's so hard to show you guys. It's one of those things you almost just have to do yourself. There's no way to adequately show you so that I can see it and I can show you at the same time. It's so terrible. Okay, and then after I've done that, I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of glue. Those are just little frayed pieces from me tucking stuff. I frayed some of the embroidery floss, so I'm gonna tack those down. You could also hit this with some fabric glue. That would be totally fine. Now I'm gonna open this guy up, and it opens up quite big. So I'm gonna work my little piece of rope in there. Oops, I'm taking my hook off. I don't want to do that. And now I have a super cute, whoa, what did I kick over? Dog dish. Now I have a super cute keychain. That's custom, of course, because that's what we do here at Willard Library. Everything's custom and significant, and it hooks on just about anything. Super handy, especially if you have kids that are starting to carry keys, coming home from school maybe because you're still at work. Nice thing, they can hook it onto their backpack. You could hook it onto your work bag if you love it so much you want to use it. I know that I have a flash drive I'm always needing and always losing. I could hook it on this. It goes on my work bag. Now I know where my work is, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bottom line, Jenny, love it. Love this. And I think you'll love making it too. You guys, this is such another fun craft of Jenny's. I'm always so happy to do these things. It's just a little break from the norm, and it's something that's just for me. I'm not doing this for the house. I'm not doing this because anyone else needs it. I'm just going to my happy place inside my own head and making a cute, fun craft. I hope you guys had a really nice time making this with me tonight. I hope you have a great day and an even better tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what Jenny has for us next. Good night, everyone.